The House now is in session in plenary, and the chairman of the Committee of the Whole reports as the Speaker of the Parliament. And this is the chairman's report from the Committee of the Whole, where it considered a report on the bill for an act to amend the Federal University of Technology Act, Cap F23 Laws of Federation of Nigeria 2004 to provide for the establishment of Federal University of Technology, Yaba, Lagos State, and for related matters, and approve clauses 1 to 5, explanatory memorandum, the long title of the bill. The chairman reported that the House and the Committee of the Whole considered a report of the committee on a bill for an act to repeal the Exports Prohibition Act, Cap F22, Laws of Federation of Nigeria 2004 and for related matters, and approve clauses 1 to 3, the schedules, explanatory memorandum, and the long title of the bill. It is the chairman's report that the House and the Committee of the Whole considered a report on the bill for an act to establish Federal University of Medicine and Medical Sciences, Ekpe, State, and for related matters, and approve clauses 1 to 33, the schedules, explanatory memorandum, and the long title of the bill. It is the chairman's report that the House and the Committee of the Whole considered a report on the bill for an act to provide for establishment of Federal University of Science, Deba, Gombe State, and for related matters, and approve clauses 1 to 32, the schedules, explanatory memorandum, and the long title of the bill. It is the chairman's report that the House and the Committee of the Whole considered a report on the bill for an act to amend the Agricultural Research Council of Nigerian Act to provide for the establishment of the Federal College of Agriculture and Tropical Studies, Efon, Alaye, Ekiti State, and for related matters, and approve clauses 1 to 3, the schedules, and the explanatory memorandum, as well as the long title of the bill. It is the chairman's report that the House and the Committee of the Whole considered the report on the bill for an act to amend the Agricultural Research Council of Nigerian Act to provide for the establishment of the Federal College of Agriculture and Tropical Studies, Afasho, Edo State, and for related matters, and approve clauses 1 to 3, the schedules, the explanatory memorandum, and the long title of the bill. It is the chairman's report that the House and the Committee of the Whole considered the report on a bill for an act to provide for the establishment of the Federal University of Science and Technology, Ekpe, Lagos State, and to make comprehensive provision for its due management and administration and for other related matters, and approve clauses 1 to 32, the schedules, explanatory memorandum, and the long title of the bill. Most distinguished colleagues, it is the chairman's report that which you amended the House Committee of the Whole considered a report of a bill for an act to establish Nigerian Police University of Science and Technology, Erinja, Yewa, Ogun State, to provide specialized education, advanced training, and research policing, security studies, and for related matters, and approve clauses 1 to 57, the schedules, the explanatory memorandum, and the long title of the bill. Most respectfully, honorable colleagues, the House and the Committee of the Whole considered a report of the Committee on Industry on a bill for an act to amend the Industrial Training Fund ITF Act 2011 to clarify ambiguities in the interpretation of key words in the Principal Act, define important times, provide clarity and precision, and enhance the fund's sources of revenue and for related matters, and approve clauses 1 to 20, the schedules, the explanatory memorandum, and the long title of the bill. The House and the Committee of the Whole considered a report of the Committee on University Education report on a bill for an act to establish Federal University of Solid Mineral Development, Michika, Adamawa State, as a training institution for the development of solid mineral, make comprehensive provision for the management and administration of the university and for related matters, and approve clauses 1 to 26, the schedules, the explanatory memorandum, and the long title of the bill. It is the chairman's report that the House and the Committee of the Whole considered a report of the Committee on Specialty Healthcare on a bill for an act to amend the Orthopedic Hospitals Management Board Act, Cap 010, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2024, to provide for the establishment of Orthopedic Hospital Yauri, Kaebi State, under the control of the Orthopedic Hospitals Management Board and affiliated to the Federal University, Benin Kebi Teaching Hospital, and for related matters, and approve clauses 1 to 4, the schedules, explanatory memorandum, and the long title of the bill. Finally, it is the chairman's report that the House and the Committee of the Whole considered the report of the Committee on Commerce and a bill for an act to establish Institute of Chartered Corporate and Business Affairs Management of Nigeria to provide for the control of its membership, promote and foster the practice of corporate and business affairs management in Nigeria, and for related matters, and approve clauses 1 to 23, these schedules, the explanatory memorandum, and the long title of the bill. The final of the final is this last report of the Committee on University Education on a bill for an act to establish Federal University of Entrepreneurial and Business Management, Ekinrin Ade, Kogi State, and to make comprehensive provision for its due management and administration and for related matters, and approve clauses 1 to 27, the schedules, explanatory memorandum, and the long title of the bill. Leader, please move that the House adopts the report of the Committee of the Whole as rendered to the House as a working instrument of the Parliament.
Thank
Leader,
you,
please.
Mr. Spot. From the Committee of the Whole as ably rendered by the Speaker, I so move. As working documents of the House. Where should go? I so move, Mr. Speaker.
The reports from the Committee of the Whole as a working instrument of the House. I so second.
Those in support of the against NM, the ayes have it. The Committee of the Whole report becomes a working instrument of the Parliament. Leader, please move that we suspend our rules to have the third reading of all these ones we just passed now, because 2 months is a lot. Let's do the third reading now.
I rise to move that we suspend our relevant rules in order to have a third reading of the bills that we just considered in the Committee of the Whole and adopted as working instruments of this House.
Thank you, Leader. Minority Leader, please second.
The motion has so moved. I so second.
Those in support of this motion that all considered in the Committee of the Whole has become the working instrument of the Parliament, that we pass them for third reading by waiving our standing rules. Say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk.
Right Honourable Speaker, Honourable Members, a bill for an act to amend the Federal Universities of Technology Act F23 laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004 to provide for establishment of Federal University of Technology, Yaba, Lagos State, and for related matters. Third reading. A bill for an act to repeal the Export Prohibition Act E22 laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004 and for related matters. Third reading. A bill for an act to establish Federal University of Medicine and Medical Sciences, Egbe, Kogi State, and for related matters. Third reading. A bill for an act to provide for establishment of Federal University of Science, Deba, Gombe State, and for related matters. Third reading. A bill for an act to amend the Agricultural Research Council of Nigeria Act to provide for the establishment of the Federal College of Agriculture and Tropical Studies, Efon, Alaye, Ekiti State, and for related matters. Third reading. A bill for an act to amend the Agricultural Research Council of Nigeria Act to provide for establishment of the Federal College of Agriculture and Tropical Studies, Afashio, Edo State, and for related matters. Third reading. A bill for an act to provide for establishment of Federal University of Science and Technology, Ekpe, Lagos State, and to make comprehensive provision for due management and administration and for other related matters. Third reading. A bill for an act to establish Nigeria Police University of Science and Technology, Erinja Yewa, Ogun State, to provide specialized education, advanced training, and research policing, security studies, and for related matters. Third reading. A bill for an act to amend the Industrial Training Fund Act 2011 to clarify ambiguities in the interpretation of keywords in the Principal Act, define important terms, provide clarity and precision, and enhance the fund's sources of revenue and for related matters. Third reading. A bill for an act to establish Federal University of Solid Mineral Development, Michika, Adamawa State, as a training institution for the development of solid mineral, make comprehensive provision for its management and administration of the university and for related matters. Third reading. A bill for an act to establish Federal University of Entrepreneurial and Business Management, Ekinrin Ade, Kogi State, and make comprehensive provision for its due management and administration and for related matters. Third reading. A bill for an act to establish Federal Institute of Information Communication Technology, Idanre, Ondo State, to provide full-time courses teaching, instruction, and training in information communication technology, and to provide for appointment of the provost and other officers of the institute to carry out the administration and discipline of students of the institute and for related matters. Third reading. A bill for an act to amend the Orthopedic Hospital Management Board Act, CAF 010, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2024, to provide for establishment of Orthopedic Hospital, Yauri, Kebbi State, under the control of the Orthopedic Hospital Management Board and affiliated to Federal University, Birnin Kebbi Teaching Hospital, and for related matters. Third reading. A bill for an act to establish Institute of Chartered Corporate and Business Affairs Management of Nigeria to provide for the control of its membership, promote and foster the practice of corporate and business affairs management in Nigeria and for related matters. Third reading.
Of Technology Act Cap F23 Laws of Federation of Nigeria. Read, third time and pass. Bill for an act to repeal the Export Prohibition Act Cap E22 Laws of Federation of Nigeria 2004 and for related matters. Read, third time and pass. Bill for an act to establish Federal University of Medicine and Medical Sciences, Egbe, Kogi State, read, third time and pass. Bill for an act to provide for the establishment of Federal University of Science, Deba, Gombe State, and for related matters, read, third time and pass. Bill for an act to amend the Agricultural Research Council of Nigeria Act, read, to establish Federal College of Agriculture and Tropical Studies, Efon, Alaye, Ekiti State, read, third time and pass. Bill for an act to amend the Agricultural Research Council of Nigerian Act to provide for establishment of Federal College of Agriculture and for Tropical Studies, Afashu, Edo State, read, third time and pass. Bill for an act to provide for establishment of Federal University of Science and Technology, Ekbe, Lagos State, read, third time and pass. Bill for an act to establish Nigerian Police University of Science and Technology, Erinja, Yewa, Ogun State, read, third time and pass. Bill for an act to amend the Industrial Training Fund ITF Act 2011, read, third time and pass. Bill for an act to establish Federal University of Solid Mineral Development, Michigan, Adamawa State, read, third time and pass. Bill for an act to amend the Automatic Hospital Management Board Act, Cap 010, Laws Federation of Nigeria, 2024, read, third time and pass. Bill for an act to establish Institute of Chartered Corporate and Business Affairs Management of Nigeria to provide for control of its management, read, third time and pass. Bill for an act to establish Federal University of Entrepreneur and Business Management, Ekinrin Ade, Kogi State, read, third time and pass. Leader, please move that the House do adopt the vote and proceedings of today's engagement.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Leader, please wait a minute.
The votes and proceedings of today's plenary. So moved.
Please, part of the motion that we adopt the votes and proceedings of today as a working instrument of the Parliament, enable various transmissions to the executive to be carried out without hitch. Say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Leader, having fulfilled all the obligations of today, may you rise as the manager of the House to move that we adjourn sitting till 23rd of September for resumption. The second is Monday, it's 23rd, please.
If you give me 1 minute, let me take a look at the other paper to be sure that we have exhausted all the work there. Do you give me that 1 minute? Rise to move that the House to adjourn to the 22nd of September 23rd of September 2025 to continue the work of the House. I so move.
Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues, I second the motion for adjournment to 23rd of September 2025. I so second.
This motion say aye.
Aye.
Those against say nay. Those in support that we adjourn till next September 23rd say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. Wow. even after staying till 5 o'clock, that shows patriotism. I'll ask it again. Those in support that we adjourn till 23rd September say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The eyes will go and the nays will stay. The house is hereby adjourned to 23rd of September. Have a happy holidays and see you when you come back. Regards to your family and your community.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues. My name is James Abiodun Faleke. I represent Ikeja Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, my tributes, we follow almost the same statements that have been made. There is nothing anybody will say about our late president other than to pray for him and wish him well, eternal rest. For those of us who are older and were alive during the military regime, will recall the disciplined country that he led. Himself and the late Babatunde Idiagbon, may their souls rest in peace. They saw a country that was derailing in terms of human behavior, and they brought in a program called WAI, War Against Indiscipline. I recall that even ordinary Nigerians, because of that program, because of the way and manner the president went about it, everybody was compelled to queue at bus stations without any security men being there. It was becoming part and parcel of our system. However, the sudden removal by another military junta led to the collapse of that discipline situation we find ourselves then. He was a man of integrity. No person can doubt his integrity. I personally came across him when the handshake between the North and the Southwest took place. And in 2014, I was opportuned and nominated by the sitting president now as the coordinator for the campaign, for Buhari's campaign, Buhari Oshibajo campaign in Lagos. That gave me the opportunity to meet him and have closer relationship with him. He's a very good man, very honest man. A man of few words. He does not talk too much. No dogonturechi at all. He tells you how he feels, and that's it. He does not make too much statements. For us, that handshake brought about APC, in which we are today. I align myself with all the statements made, all his achievements. But one basic thing is that we cannot but thank him for leading us well. We pray that his soul will rest in eternal peace. Amen.
Thank you very much, Honorable Faleke, who was a member of his political family after the marriage.
Federal Constituency, the constituency of the former president. I would like, Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the people of Kaduna State, particularly the Royal Emirate and my constituents, to thank you so very much, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the Vice President, the Senate President, Mr. Speaker, and the Deputy Speaker, and all the entourage that were and members of the Senate and House of Reps that were in Daura for the burial. Mr. Speaker, sir, my people urge me to thank you so very much. We clearly appreciate all you did and all the encomiums poured on our father, our leader. Mr. Speaker, we are still creeping. We've lost a father, we've lost a leader that always gave us the inspiration to be good. Mr. Speaker, I could remember even in 1984, when he was the military head of state, when he was saddled with the challenge of leading this nation, he stated then that it is with humility and a deep sense of responsibility that he accepted that challenge and called to national duty. Mr. Speaker, I want us to remember him with the last words he stated in his maiden broadcast to the nation in 1984, when he said, "This generation of Nigerians, and indeed future generations, have no other country than Nigeria. We shall remain here and salvage it together." Mr. Speaker, I think there is no better time than to reflect on this, that this generation of Nigerians, and indeed future generations, have no other country than Nigeria. May God bless you all. Allah jigan shi da rahama, Allah gafarta masa. Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. Thank you so much, my honorable colleagues. Thank you so much on behalf of my people. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. That was quite emotional. I've seen a leader loved by his people and a prophet with honor in his hometown. Coming from that, Buhari left a bit of him in all of us, irrespective of where you come from in Nigeria. The good aspect of him outweighs the bad aspect, and that is what matters in humanity. You know, if the good outweighs the bad. Today you see me dressed the way I'm dressed. I'm remembering Buhari, and this is his outfit that he was known for. So in all of us, irrespective of where we come from, we have a little bit of Buhari in all of us, especially when it comes to diligence, integrity, discipline, selflessness. And that is what he has left for Nigeria, a legacy that is beyond infrastructure, that is beyond all the political talks. We saw him speak it, we saw him live it, and we, as the coming generation, have decided to copy those virtues that makes him a great man that we are proud of, both locally and globally. And again, we say, may his gentle soul rest in perfect peace. That brings us to a close of this section of valedictory speeches to a president that we love so much. Today is the third reading of a bill for an act to amend the University Teaching Hospital Reconstitution of Board ETC Act, CAP EU 15 Laws of Federation of Nigeria 2004, and for related matters. Standing in the name of Honorable Julius Ihambere. I therefore call on Honorable Ihambere to move for the bill to be read the third time. And the three of them are under him. Okay. Let me also request that you, when you stand, you will do the second one and the third one. Let me mention it. Leader, you can sit, please. The second order of the day is the third reading of a bill for an act to amend the Federal Medical Centers Act and establish Federal Medical Center Saki, Oyo State. And the third order of the day is the third reading of the bill for an act to establish gifted and talented centers in 6 geopolitical zones in the country, also in the name of Honorable Julius Ihambere.
Mr. Speaker, Professor Julius Ihambere, Owan Federal Constituency, Edo State. I rise to move that the following bills, HB 1445, HB 1356, and HB 931 be read for the third time. I so move.
Any seconder from the minority? Jonathan, second, please.
My name is Gaza Jonathan Befi, representing the people of Karu Kefi Kokona Federal Constituency, the acting minority leader. Hereby second the motion ably moved by the majority leader. So second.
Name. The ayes have it. I now invite the clerk to read the log title of the bill, Leader of the House.
Right, Honorable Speaker, honorable members. A bill for an act to amend the University Teaching Hospitals Reconstitution of Board ETC Act Cap U15 laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004 and for related matters. Third reading. A bill for an act to amend the Federal Medical Centers Act and establish Federal Medical Center Shaki, Oyo State, and for the provision of tertiary healthcare services, medical education, and for related matters. Third reading. A bill for an act to establish gifted and talented centers in the 6 geopolitical zones in Nigeria and for related matters. Third reading.
Bill Board ETC Act Cap U15 Laws of Federation of Nigeria 2004 and related matters. Read third time and pass. The bill for an act to amend the Federal Medical Centers Act of Federal Medical Center Saki, Oyo State, for the provision of tertiary healthcare services, medical education, and related matters. Read third time and pass. The bill for an act to establish gifted and talented centers in the 6 geopolitical zones in Nigeria for related matters. Read third time and pass. We are jumping few orders of the day, and we're going to the 6th business of the day, and we're inviting the chairman of Committee on Public Petitions to present his reports.
Members, Kwamoti Bitrus Lowry, representing Jamsanum and Lamode Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I rise to move that this House do receive the report of the Committee on Public Petitions, numbers 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 on the order paper. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I am Comrade Peter Ohiozoje Akpatisin, MNI. I represent the great people of Akoko-Edo Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I raise the second motion as ably moved by my colleague, I so do.
The ayes have it. Honorable Lowry, please lay your report. Fourth order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principle of a bill for an act to establish Nigerian Police University of Science and Technology, Erinja, Yewa, Ogun State, to provide specialized education, advanced training, and research policing, security studies, and for related matters. Standing on the name of Honorable Julius. Honorable members recall that the bill was transmitted by the Senate seeking concurrence of the House. This bill was read the first time, Wednesday, 23rd July. I now invite Honorable Humber to move that the bill be read the second time.
Our Federal Constituency, Edo State. Mr. Speaker, I rise to move that the bill for an act to establish Police University of Science and Technology, Erinja, Yewa, Ogun State, to provide specialized education, advanced training, and research policing security studies and for related matters, SB 750, be read the second time. I so move.
Honorable Speaker, I thought we had gone into consideration of reports. Right, Honorable Speaker, esteemed colleagues. My name is Gaza Jonathan Befi. Represent the people of Karu, Kefi, Kokona Federal Constituency. I rise to second the motion ably moved by the Leader of the House.
Those in support of the ayes have it. This is an establishment bill. It's coming from the Senate. I will just ask the question. Those in support that this bill be read a second time, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. The clerk is invited to read the long title of the bill.
Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members. A bill for an act to establish Nigeria Police University of Science and Technology, Elinja, Yewa, Ogun State, to provide specialized education, advanced training, and research policing, security studies, and for related matters. Second reading.
The bill is referred to the Committee of the Whole. On second reading, because a lot of people have left the House, is anybody here having second reading so that we'll go straight to that? And we'll do straight. Just mention the number on the paper. Please, clerk, take note.
7.
5. 5th order. 9. The Ikenga is here. Of the day is commencement of debate on the general principle of a bill for an act to establish Federal Institute of Mining and Geosciences, Akampa, Cross River State, to provide courses of instruction, training, and research in the exploration and exploitation of minerals for national development and for related matters. Standing in the name of Honorable Jonathan Gaza Befi and Honorable Alex Ebona. Honorable members will recall that the bill was read the first time on Tuesday, 24 June 2025. And I invite Honorable Befi to move that the bill be now read the second time.
Gaza Jonathan Befi, representing Karu, Kefi, Kokona Federal Constituency of Nasarawa State. I rise to move a motion for a bill for an act to establish the Federal Institute of Mining and Geosciences, Akampa, Cross River State, to provide courses for instruction, training, and research in the exploration and exploitation of minerals for national development for related matters, HB 263. I so move.
Thank you. Any second? Those in support of this bill that will be read the second time, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. I'll just put the question, no debate, because it's an establishment bill. Those in support that this bill be read the second time, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. This bill is referred to the Committee on Solid Minerals Development. The sixth order of the day. Oh, yes, please. Clerk, read the long title first.
Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members. A bill for an act to establish Federal Institute of Mining and Geosciences, Akampa, Cross River State, to provide courses of instruction, training, and research in the exploration and exploitation of minerals for national development and for related matters. Second reading.
This bill is referred to the Committee on Solid Mineral Development. The sixth order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principle of a bill for an act to repeal the Electoral Act number 13, 2022, and enact the Electoral Act 2025 to regulate the conduct of federal, state, area councils in the Federal Capital Territory elections and for related matters. Standing in the name of Honorable Adebayo Olusegun Balogun, honorable members will recall that the bill was read the first time on Tuesday, 22nd July 2025. And I invite Honorable Balogun to move that the bill be read the second time.
My name is Honorable Prince Bayo Balogun, member representing Ibeju, Lekki Federal Constituency. I rise to move that a bill for an act to repeal the Electoral Act number 13 of 2022 and enact the Electoral Bill to regulate the conduct of federal, state, and area councils in the Federal Capital Territory election and for related matters, HB 2479, be read second time. I so move.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Representing Ijebu North, Ijebu East, Waterside Federal Constituency. I rise this afternoon to second the motion ably moved by my colleagues that the bill be read for the second time. I hereby second.
Thank you. The ayes have it. It's just a straightforward bill, so I just put the question. Those in support of this motion say aye.
Mr. Speaker.
Those against say nay.
Mr. Speaker, please.
Yes.
There are two very critical components, very quickly.
Yes.
For instance, Section 28, subsection 5 of this bill, it speaks about the jurisdiction of where a matter can be held with regards to candidacy. As of now, it's a situation where it could be held anywhere in the country. So we are moving, or I am moving an amendment that it has to be held in the immediate jurisdiction of where the election took place, or in the Federal Capital Territory of the country. Section
28 part of the amendment you're making? I think it's in order. Is anybody is proposing for an amendment? Is that what you have a right of reply? Is that, are you okay with that?
I think what we have is just the jurisdiction, but we didn't include the Federal Capital Territory. So I think I feel it's in order if we can put that.
Committee level, they will fine-tune all that. And also public hearing will highlight all that.
Okay,
all right?
thank you.
So I ask the question again. Those in support that this bill be read the second time, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. This bill is referred to the Committee on Electoral Matters. The seventh order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principle. Sorry, please. The clerk, we are rushing. Clerk, please give me the long title of the bill.
Right, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Members, a bill for an act to repeal the Electoral Act number 13/2022 and enact the Electoral Bill to regulate the conduct of federal, state, and area councils in the Federal Capital Territory elections and for related matters. Second reading.
To the Committee on Electoral Matters. The seventh order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principles of a bill for an act to establish Federal University of Aeronautics, Urofyong Oruko, Akwa Ibom State, to provide training of professionals and research in the field of aeronautical engineering and aviation management in Nigeria, and for related matters. Standing in the name of Honorable Martin Esin Atim, honorable members will recall that this bill was read the first time on Tuesday, 2nd July 2024, and I invite Honorable Atim to move that the bill be read the second time.
Honorable Martin Esin, I speak for the people of Oron, Mbo, Okobo, Udunwuko, Urefon Orugu Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I rise this afternoon to move a motion that a bill for an act to establish the Federal University of Aeronautics, Urefon Orugu, Akwa Ibom State, to provide training of professionals and research in the field of aeronautical engineering and aviation management in Nigeria and for related matters. HB 1542 be read the second time. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I so move.
My name is Honorable Sesi Oluwaseun Wingan. I represent the people of Badagry Federal Constituency. I rise today to second the motion ably moved by my honorable colleagues. I so move.
Those in support of this motion say aye. Forward establishment bill. I just put the question. Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk.
Right, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Members. A bill for an act to establish Federal University of Aeronautics, Urofyong Oruko, Akwa Ibom State, to provide training of professionals and research in the field of aeronautical engineering and aviation management in Nigeria and for related matters. Second reading.
Bill is referred to Committee on Aviation Technology. The eighth order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principle of a bill for an act to establish Federal Technical and Vocational Training Center, Kabiu, Kaduna State, to promote training, certification, and registration of trained artisans to ensure effective provision of technical services in the execution of both public and private capital projects in Nigeria and for related matters. Standing in the name of Honorable Aliyu Mustafa Abdullahi, honorable members will recall that the bill was read the first time on Tuesday, 31st October 2023. And I invite Honorable Abdullahi to move that the bill be read the second time. Absent. You step down by the leave of the House. Are you here? You step down by the leave of the House. Most distinguished colleagues, the ninth order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principle of a bill for an act to establish National Hospital for Women, Idato, Imo State, to specialize in the promotion of reproductive and maternal health, research, prevention, sensitization, and its treatment of obstetrics, fistula, and for related matters. Standing in the name of Honorable Ika Wono Ugochinyere, honorable members recall that the bill was read the first time on Thursday, 18 July 2024, and I invite Honorable Ika Wono to move that the bill be now read the second time.
Ikenga Imo Ugochinyere. I represent the good people of Idato North, Idato South Federal Constituency, and from Imo State. I rise this afternoon to move a motion for the second reading of a bill for an act to establish the National Hospital for Women, Ida to Imo State, and for other related matters.
Any seconder? Yes, Maki.
I'm Abubakar Maki Eleman. I'm from Jigawa State. I represent Malam Duri Kaugama Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I rise to second the motion heavily moved by my colleague Ikenga. I so second. Thank you.
Say aye. Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Straightforward motion, establishment bill. I just put the question. Those in support of this bill say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk.
Right Honorable Speaker, Honorable Members, a bill for an act to establish National Hospital for Women, Ida to Imo State, to specialize in the promotion of reproductive and maternal health research, prevention, sensitization, and treatment of obstetrics, fistula, and for related matters. Second reading.
This bill is referred to Committee on Specialty Healthcare. Most distinguished colleagues, the 10th order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principle of a bill for an act to establish the National Independent Project and Monitoring Agency, NIPMA, for the purpose of ensuring transparency, accountability, and effective monitoring and evaluation of public projects in Nigeria and for related matters. Standing in the name of Honorable Chinedu Emeka Martins, honorable members will recall that the bill was read the first time, 21st May 2025. And I invite Honorable Martins to move that the bill be read the second time.
My name remains Honorable Emeka Chinedu. I represent the hospital people of Ahia Zumbi Sensiti Federal Constituency. I'm from Imo State. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I rise this afternoon to move a motion for a bill for an act to establish the National Independent Project.
Honorable Nalaraba, approach the chair. Honorable Nalaraba, approach the chair.
Mr. Speaker, I rise this afternoon to move a bill for an act to establish the National Independent Project and Monitoring Agency, NIPMA, for the purpose of ensuring transparency, accountability, and effective monitoring and evaluation of public projects in Nigeria and for related matter, HB 2344. Be read the second time. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
The prince beside you want to second, so let him have the privilege.
Speaking for the people of Afijo, Atiba, Oyo East, Oyo West, and from Oyo State, I rise to second the motion for a bill ably moved by my Honorable Emeka to be read for the second time. I so second.
Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. It's a straightforward motion. I'll just ask the question. It's the establishment bill. Those in support of the bill say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk.
Right Honorable Speaker, Honorable Members, a bill for an act to establish the National Independent Project and Monitoring Agency, NIPMA, for the purpose of ensuring transparency, accountability, and effective monitoring and evaluation of public projects in Nigeria and for related matters. Second reading.
Is referred to the Committee on Works. It has to do with projects. The Secretariat has referred it to works and special duties. Let special duties lead. The 11th order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principle of the bill for now to provide for establishment of a board to be responsible for the regulation of health education practitioners and related matters. Standing in the name of Honorable Shagaya Tolani, members will recall that the bill was read the first time, Tuesday, 14 November, and I invite Shagaya to move that the bill be read the second time.
Starting from Ilorin West, Asa Federal Constituency of Kwara State. Mr. Speaker, I rise today to lead the debate on the general principles of a bill for an act to provide for the establishment of a board to be responsible for the regulation of health education practitioners and for related matters. I so move.
Any second there? Any second? Yes, in front of you.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. And my respected colleagues, my name is Afolabi Afakwe. I represent the Premier Local Government in Nigeria, Abeokuta South. I'm from Ogun State. I rise this afternoon to support the motion that the bill be read a second time. I so second, Mr. Speaker.
The ayes have it. It's also establishment bill. I just put the question. Those in support of this bill say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Any
It could be realized, it could be remembered that, Mr. Speaker, my bill seeking to amend the Electoral Act specifically in respect of overvoting. No public hearing was held. The House unanimously passed this bill for second reading.
Which one? This is not electoral. This is establishment of board to be responsible for regulation of health education.
Oh, okay. I'm coming to the Electoral Act. When it comes to this, I'm waiting for this.
Thank you. Question again. Those in support of this bill say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk.
Right Honourable Speaker, honourable members, a bill for an act provides for establishment of a board to be responsible for the regulation of health education practitioners and for related matters. Second reading.
Thank you. This bill is referred to Committee on Health Institutions. The 12th order of the day is a motion we'll pass that stage in order of
one can raise personal question, Mr. Speaker, at any point.
I will wait to hear you as a senior member of the House.
Yes, thank you very much,
Let's
Mr.
hear
Speaker.
you. Yes.
Mr. Speaker, we are here elected by our constituents. And we're here to pass bills for the good governance of the nation. In my capacity as representative of my constituency, I observed a serious problem with the Electoral Act. I came up with a bill seeking to amend specifically a section of the Electoral Act dealing with overvoting, because I was affected by that issue during the 2023 general election. I lost over 10 votes because some people, my opponents, will just come, they will target where I get most of my votes, they will just increase the number of the voters in that polling unit by just 1 or 2, and then my entire votes in that unit is cancelled. I presented a bill before this House, and it was passed as second reading. Today, the House Committee on Electoral Matters presented an amendment, a report, conveniently excluding my bill from the compendium. It was not listed here. This is a fraudulent document, and we pass it. It was never debated. This is like a second reading. We ought to have debated this document. This is a fraudulent document. The fraudulent document. It ought to have been debated. It ought to have been debated. No public hearing held. This is a fraud. This is fraud.
Yeah, Chairman rules, please clarify.
Honourable colleagues, the Committee on Electoral Matters, the chairman is there now and has related with us in the Committee on Rules and Business that all electoral bills that have been seconded to them, they are going to do the public hearing about the same time. So, and that is what this is driven to. So if your bill is not in this compendium, but it has been referred to the committee, it's on the list among those they are going to consider. And INEC is being invited to the public hearing. So all such bills, myself, I have about 5 electoral reform bills that I propose is 2023, 2024. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, they all will be considered during the public hearing as being planned by the committee and INEC. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Do you have anything to say to that?
Yeah, thank you. Honorable Falata is aware of this, and he knew we are going to start our public hearing during the break, and I believe any such matter should be referred, should be discussed at that level, and I don't think any bill is deliberately rejected or so. So I want to, guarantee him that by the time we get to the public hearing, this issue, the issue he's talking about, will be fully discussed. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Fulata, are you?
This is the Electoral Act Repeal and Enactment Bill. Repeal and enactment.
Of the entire Electoral Act.
Entire, yes. Which means if we pass this bill as second reading, mine is not there. It has taken care of everything.
Second reading?
The second reading, yeah.
No, it's still coming back to consideration of report. It's still coming back after second reading.
By then it will be too late. It will not be part of the bill that was passed after second reading.
After second reading, it will go back to the committee. And at the committee, like you know, they will do technical sections and public hearings, and it will come back to the committee of the whole. And at that time, maybe public hearing, if you feel there are things that are not right, you can also inject it there before it comes back through their report for our consideration. And if your own bill is going to be listed as one of the bills that will accompany this during public hearing, I think you should just get the date for the public hearing, participate, and make sure it makes the report.
But my bill ought to have been reflected in this compendium, sir. It ought to have been included in this compendium. Because if we are passing this,
so
if we are coming for close by close consideration, my bill will not be included here.
How many bills are in that compendium?
My revered respected colleagues, my name is Ahmed Idris, representing Wasek Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, respected colleagues, I think I need the attention of the clerk. Thank you, sir. What my brother Honorable Flatter is raising is quite very germane, sir. That's why when there are 2-3 bills, you go for consolidation. Put everything together. And if you repeal an enactment, how many of such bills are we going to do consideration? But with their ruling there, is for them now to ensure so that it will reflect in our voice of proceeding of today that this bill was omitted among the components for public hearing, so that when we come for consideration, it will serve as a supporting document for the validity of what we're going to do. That's my appeal, sir. Thank you.
Your opinion is well noted, and the chairman, Electoral Matters, please take note that if you compiled bills and you left out some, you must give us justification, even when you bring it back for consideration, because we'll ask you questions. And we might throw it out until you include those fundamental bills that have passed through second reading, so that we don't want anybody to feel discriminated against. Okay? So I am putting it on that gavel that the issue raised by Honorable Falata will make what you are going to bring back to us here as a report for consideration. Honorable Falata, the gavel have solved your problem. He will not bring it back to the House without your bill being part of the compendium.
I will put all my, in addition to my 2 eyes, all my senses will be attentive on that day.
That's good. I trust you. That is what legislators are supposed to hear. So we are a spectacle. All right. Please don't object. Please don't object. We are giving him this privilege because he has been working for the House, compiling bills and motion for
he's
others.
my enemy, Mr. Speaker.
The one that has to do with him directly, at least let's oblige him.
He's an enemy, Mr. Speaker. He's an enemy.
Just give us the subject matter and then we vote on it.
Okay,
so
sir. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I'm Honorable Bello Isa Ambarura. I represent the people of Bodabawa and the Lela Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, my esteemed colleagues, I rise up to present a motion on the need to enhance the production and boost the exportation of coconut. Mr. Speaker, for the purpose of time, I will just go straight to the point and read the highlights and the prayer of the motions. Note that coconut ranked 20th globally and the 5th in Africa is a highly sought after cash crop with health benefits and economic value in Nigeria, producing approximately 225,500 tons annually as reported by the Food and Agricultural Organization. Also note that despite the viability of coconut potential in Nigeria, the federal government is yet to fully utilize the huge potential of the coconut. Aware that the federal government, the Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment, and the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, in conjunction with the National Coconut Producers, Processors and Marketers Association of Nigeria, is working to make Nigeria the highest coconut producer and the processor in Africa, and to support private sector coconut business by providing seedling for production. What is that? African countries with less coconut potentials are investing and improving the subsector, contributing to the global.
Please go to your prayers.
Coconut.
Go to your prayers.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My prayer in this motion is that all the federal ministries of industry, trade and investment, and foreign affairs to register Nigeria with the International Coconut Community, ICC, as obtained with relevant bodies for commodities such as cocoa, palm, sugar, and rubber. 2. Urge the Federal Ministry of Environment, Raw Material Research and Development, Coconut, and National Agency for the Great Wall to prioritize and make budgetary provision for coconut to address land degradation and desertification, boost and security support community to adapt climate. Mandates the Committee on Agricultural Production and Services and Industry and report within 4 weeks. I so submit, Mr. Speaker. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. Any seconder? Yes. And services and industry. Honorable colleagues, we are jumping to 17th order of the day, consideration of reports. The 17th order of the day is consideration of report of Committee on Finance on the issue from the Statutory Revenue Fund of the Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission, the total sum of 105,140,926,744 naira 8 kobo, out of which the sum of 20,636,277,993 naira 19 kobo is for personnel costs. The sum of 8,949,992,489 naira 81 kobo is for overhead costs, while the sum of 75,554,656,281 naira 8 kobo is for capital costs for the financial year ending 31st of December 2025. Honorable members will recall that the report was laid on Wednesday, 23rd July 2025 Honorable James Abiodun Faleke will move for the consideration of the report. Honorable Faleke, please, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues. My name is James Abiodun Faleke. I represent the Ikeja Federal Constituency. I rise to move that the House do consider, that do consider the report of the Committee on Finance on the issue from the Statutory Revenue Fund of the Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission, the total sum of 105,140,926,744 naira 8 kobo, out of which the sum of 20 billion 666,277,993 naira 19 kobo is for personnel costs, and the sum of 8,949,992,489 naira 81 kobo is for overhead costs, while the sum of 75,554,656,281 naira 8 kobo is for capital costs for the financial year ending 31st December 2025. Mr. Speaker, I so move.
Any second down? Yes, Honorable Chike.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. My name is Chike John Okafor, PhD. I represent the good people of Ehimembano, Itu Boma, Ubo Federal Constituency. I'm from Imo State. Mr. Speaker, I rise to second the motion ably moved by Right Honorable James Abiodun Faleke that the House do consider the report of Committee on Finance. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The 18th order of the day is consideration of 4 reports of Committee on AIDS, Loans and Debt Management, standing in the name of Honorable Abubakar Hassan Nalaraba. Honorable Nalaraba will move for consideration of the report. We are in this house today for this sacrifice of patriotism to our nation. To be in the parliament till 4 p.m. is not a small sacrifice. And you are doing this, even though today is our last day, we are doing this for the growth of this nation. Nigeria will always remember you played a role in nation building. I know it may not be so comfortable for all of you, but you decided to stay with Nigeria, even when it hurts. I'm so proud of you. And I promise you in a few minutes we'll be out of here. Thank you for all the support. Most distinguished colleagues, the first report to be considered is that of the Committee on Finance on the issue from the Statutory Revenue Fund of the Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission. The total sum of 140,926,744 naira 8 kobo, out of which the sum of 20,636,277,993 naira 19 kobo is for personnel costs. The sum of 8,949,992,489 naira 81 kobo is for overhead costs, while the sum of 75,554,656,281 naira 8 kobo is for capital costs for the financial year ending 31st December 2025. And I invite Honorable James Faleke to give the synopsis of the report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, honorable colleagues. My name is James Abiodun Faleke. I represent Ikeja Federal Constituency. Mr. Chairman, honorable colleagues, the report before you is the budget for the Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission Act 2025. This enhancement of budget or funding is made possible pursuant to the new amendment made to the Act, which has given direct funding to RAMFAC from the Federation account. So they are now independent and they are no longer dependent on federal government to be funded. So the total budgeted estimate is 105 billion, 140 million, 926 million, 744 naira 0.08 kobo, as detailed. Of course, the recommendations are just very two recommendations: to approve the total sum